Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Malinga Sise of Urban Harvest Organic Farm. For all of you who have subscribed to my YouTube channel, I am so grateful. And for those who are still new, please kindly consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. Click on the notification bell so that we never miss out any upload. Share this video, comment in the comment section down below, and I'll be so grateful. Today I'm super excited. First of all, I want to wish everyone a happy new month. Guys, this month comes with a lot of blessings, a lot of prosperity, and I wish you all success in all that you're going to do. In our chicken house, we are now finalizing it. I took a little bit long, of which I'll explain later when we are making a video about the chicken house. But honestly, this is a month where we are going to expect new chicks, and then the new project, of course, is going to kick off. Okay, so today I want to answer one of your questions. You know, this is a new month and we are going to solve people's problems, but before we do that, we are first going to feed our birds, and let's come and measure the feed. Okay, I told you that currently okay, right now we have now 313 birds. We had 314, but last time I showed you that one was not laying, so I eliminated that one. Okay, but now I am giving 38 kilograms of feeds, so this is already 12 and a half. Guys, you have to weigh your feeds. Okay, once this bird start laying eggs, you must weigh the feeds. And this person was asking me that when I receive the first egg, what am I supposed to do as a farmer? Okay, this is something that I didn't know that maybe someone would not know it as a beginner. Okay, but with the interest of this person, I'm going to explain into details. As a beginner, when you receive the first egg, what are you supposed to do? Okay, we are going to be discussing this, but let us first feed our birds, and then we start our discussion. just added more feeds, eh? So let us first pick some eggs. Start from here. Our eggs nowadays are big, eh? Even those ones that had again restarted laying, like I showed you last time, their eggs have greatly improved. The egg sizes are good, see? Very big. Guys, I managed to clear all the rats, eh? All the rats. Even the young ones. They could come out and I find them dead. Now I'm free from rats. This is one tray. Let's put it up. Normally put here to feed this chicken. They love to peck on this trays a lot. Another one. The remaining ones. The next one. So guys, we've managed to collect six trays of eggs, okay? But just know the eggs are big, okay? Simply because the birds are now old, and whenever these birds are getting old, their eggs start increasing in sizes. Unless if yours are sick or they are not getting enough drinking water. But currently my birds are really laying big eggs. Even those ones that I showed you last time that were looking very tiny, now they have improved greatly, because I've also been giving them a lot of green vegetables. Just like even yesterday you saw, I was giving them the green vegetables. Now I want to reply to this person who was asking that when I see the first egg, what am I supposed to do? Okay? Now as a beginner, first of all, make sure that you put the laying boxes in that chicken house when these birds are around 10 weeks old, okay? So that they get used to the laying boxes. And make sure that the laying boxes inside is very comfortable, not like mine here. Mine, you remember what happened to my laying boxes. I explained to you earlier on. So you see it is really not pleasing at all. So make sure you put for those birds very comfortable laying boxes, okay? Whereby they will just come and lay from there. And then secondly, make sure that you should find when you have already beaked those birds, okay? I told you the beaking, you can start from 12 to 14 weeks. Within that time, you should find when you finish debeaking the birds, because once you don't debeak those birds and they start laying before debeaking, it is very, very dangerous, because when again you debeak them when they have started laying, just though you stay for like a month or two without receiving any eggs. So make sure you debeak the birds as early as possible. Make sure the birds, by that time they should now be on layers mash, because for me here, day 1 to 4 weeks, I told you I give starter pellets, and then from 5 weeks to 12 weeks, I normally give the growers mash, and then for 13 weeks, okay, 13 now to the time of lay. Of course, we start with the pre-layer, then you keep on adding. Then by the time they are reaching 16 weeks, finds when the birds are already eating the layers, mash. So that is what you're supposed to do. And then another thing you must take into consideration. Let me first get this bird out. Just laid it. And then another thing that you are supposed to take into consideration is the feeds, the amount of feeds you're going to give the birds. Make sure that once the birds start dropping like this, start measuring their feeds immediately, because it is a sign that those birds are already matured and they're supposed to now take a specific amount of feeds. Okay, now for the older birds, now like the Lomond Brown that I have, I think most of these layers, at least each bird should consume 120 grams, okay, between 110 to 120 per day, but I would recommend let us give them 120 grams per day, and that can be given once or twice or thrice, depending on what is convenient for you. Now like for me here, I give them feeds twice, early morning, then at 1 p.m. Then make sure you always give them, like if you're giving them twice or thrice, make sure you give them a bit early. Some people give at 5 a.m. in the morning, some people give at 6, some people do give at 7. But for me here, I give at 6:30 a.m. in the morning. And then the next time, I give at 7 p.m. in the afternoon. And make sure that you keep that time, please. Once you start giving them at 6 in the morning, and 7 and 1 in the afternoon, or 3 or 2, please let the time be standard. Don't keep changing the time. And then also another thing is switching off the lights, because when the birds are young, you will not switch off lights during that time when they are in the brooder. Then when they leave the brooder, you start making them get used to switching off lights. But now when they are already laying, make sure that at least they have a light for at least 16 hours in a day, okay? Because for me here, I normally switch off the lights between 9 to 10, okay? 10 p.m. in the night, okay? The time is not so standard, because sometimes finds when I'm not there, and then my colleague has forgotten to switch off the lights, but that is what happens. And then at exactly 6, the lights are on. That's what you're supposed to do. And then make sure the birds get enough drinking water. That is very, very important, because through the drinking water is when they are going to lay big eggs, and they are going to lay so easy, okay? So make sure they have enough drinking water. Make sure the feeds are not contaminated, okay? Then also lastly, make sure that you start giving the green vegetables. If you had not started giving them the green vegetables will help you in a way that the birds will lay yellow yolk eggs, the birds will lay yummy eggs, the birds will lay big eggs, okay? So, and remember, nowadays most people want the yellow yolk eggs. If you see my eggs here, so many people really want it. So I have so many families who want to buy my eggs. Even in the shops where I supply, you find that days that I don't take the eggs and they have other eggs, customers keep asking for my eggs, because they know how it is tasty because of its yellow yolk. So make sure you give the birds the green vegetables. That will even help improve on your egg production. So for today, that is all I had for you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for always coming back. Thank you so much for loving me. But if you're still new, please consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. Click on the notification bell so that you never miss out any uploads. Share this video, comment in the comment section down below, and I will be so grateful. See you next time. I love you all. Have a blessed new month. Bye-bye. So these are the eggs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So at around 4 in the evening, we are again coming to collect the eggs. Then let our birds still continue with the feeding, okay? And in the drinking water, today I've given them only ginger, because my cloves and garlic got done. So I decided to give them ginger in the drinking water because they were a bit stressed. I was repairing my my well there, so they got a bit stressed about it. So see you next time. I love you all. Bye bye.